Just place a coin here, and your luck will explode. You'll make a lot of money. Do you believe that placing a simple coin in one specific spot could open the gates of prosperity and turn your luck around? It may sound too easy, but ancient wisdom from the East has revealed a technique so subtle yet so powerful that it has quietly transformed the fortunes of countless families for generations. This isn't about superstition or blind luck. It's about understanding how energy flow show harmony in your space can awaken abundance in your life. All it takes is one small coin placed with intention in the right place, and a shift begins. Suddenly, wealth doesn't feel so far away. It feels like it's finding its way to you. Today on The Journey of Wisdom, we'll uncover this simple but powerful ritual rooted in ancient tradition that could become your first step toward attracting wealth, protecting what you have, and inviting a more balanced life. But before we dive in, take a moment to comment below with a powerful affirmation like, "I welcome wealth, balance, and peace into my life," or share your own personal intention. And if this resonates with you, like this video and subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom, where we grow in peace together. Let's step into alignment and allow abundance to flow. Number 1. The coin as an energy conductor. Let's take a closer look at something incredibly ordinary, a coin, and see how, through the timeless wisdom of Fune, it transforms from a simple object into a powerful tool for attracting luck, wealth, and harmony. In Fune, an ancient system of understanding life through nature's rhythms and the unseen flow of energy, nothing is ever truly random. The materials around us, their shapes, and the symbols we see every day all carry layers of meaning that speak to deeper truths. A coin, often overlooked and forgotten in drawers or pockets, holds more than just monetary value. It embodies the energy of wealth and the subtle forces of connection between our physical lives and the greater universe. To begin with, coins are made of metal, one of the 5 foundational elements in many Eastern philosophies: metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. Metal doesn't just symbolize wealth, it circulates it. It conducts energy, sharpens focus, and activates clarity, much like how a wire channels electricity. This makes coins natural magnets for financial energy. When kept with intention, they don't just represent money, they attract it, helping us align our homes and lives with the flow of abundance. And it's not just the material, it's also the shape. A coin's round form reflects wholeness, unity, and the never-ending cycle of beginnings and returns. In Fune, this shape is not just aesthetic, it speaks to the perfection of life's natural rhythms. Many traditional coins, especially in Eastern cultures, feature a square hole at the center, symbolizing round heaven and square earth, a visual harmony of cosmic and earthly balance. This blend of circle and square mirrors the dualities in our own lives, the need for both spiritual alignment and grounded, practical stability. When placed intentionally, this symbol becomes more than decoration. It becomes an energetic anchor that brings both peace and prosperity. Cultures across time and continents have understood this intuitively. From ancient China, where coins were used to bless homes and armor, to modern-day Japan, where the 5-yen coin is cherished as a token of good connection, to the West, where coins are tossed into fountains with heartfelt wishes, the message is clear. Coins connect us to hope, protection, and fortune. But it's important to clarify, Fune is not about superstition. It is about living with awareness. It's about tuning ourselves to the subtle energies of space and time so that we can walk through life with more harmony, intention, and grace. In today's busy world, where stress runs high and time feels short, many of us feel cut off from the deeper rhythms of life. That's why something as small as placing a coin mindfully in your home can be surprisingly powerful. It becomes a practice, a reminder, a symbol of your decision to participate in life's flow rather than resist it. It asks you to consider, where is energy stagnant in your home? Where does abundance flow freely? What small change can shift your surroundings toward greater balance? The real key lies in these simple moments of attention. So as we move forward, remember, a coin placed with clear intention isn't just about money, it's about opening the door to harmony, opportunity, and a more aligned life. Let's explore now the places within your space that can amplify this effect and invite blessings in ways both seen and unseen. Number 2. 6 powerful places to put a Fune coin. 1. The front door. Let's take a moment to reflect on something you might pass by every day without a second thought: your front door. In the ancient practice of Fune, which deeply considers how our surroundings affect our lives, the front door isn't just a functional entryway. It's the meeting point between the outer world and the sacred space of your inner life. It's where the energy of the universe first greets your home, be it joy, abundance, chaos, or calm. In fact, this simple doorway holds a powerful spiritual truth. It can either invite in flourishing energy or let in vibrations that slowly drain your vitality. In Buddhist teachings, it's often said that the beginning of anything holds karmic weight. And since your day often starts and ends at your front door, why not turn that threshold into a conscious moment of connection and clarity? What if this was the place where your intentions could take root? A beautiful and symbolic way to do this, one that bridges ancient wisdom with daily life, is by placing 3 ancient coins tied together with a red string just beneath your doormat or inside the doorframe. This isn't superstition, it's a symbolic gesture grounded in the deep awareness of energy flow. These 3 coins aren't just metal, they represent the harmony of heaven, earth, and humanity. And the red string? It's not just decoration, it represents life itself, our vital force, and the connection that binds all things. When you place them there with intention, you're not merely hoping for good luck, you're creating a tiny anchor of mindfulness, a quiet reminder to welcome peace, wealth, and balance into your life. It's like creating a small energetic filter, allowing only what is good and aligned with your higher self to pass through your door. Each time you open or close that door, whether rushing out in the morning or returning after a long day, pause for just a moment. Place your hand on the doorknob with awareness. Take a breath. Feel gratitude not only for the roof over your head, but also for the potential each day holds. This simple act becomes a ritual, and like all mindful rituals, its power grows over time. Little by little, things start to shift. You may notice that interactions with others soften, that confusion begins to clear, and that opportunities begin to show up just when you need them most. It's not magic, it's energy responding to your openness, your intention, your willingness to slow down and acknowledge what's truly important. In a way, the luck people talk about doesn't fall from the sky. It grows quietly from within when we create space for it. The study of Fune teaches us to live in harmony with our environment, while Buddhist philosophy reminds us to live in harmony with ourselves. When these two align right at the doorway you cross each day, you're not just stepping into your house, you're stepping into a mindful life. So ask yourself, what kind of energy are you inviting in? What small act can you do today to create more peace, more abundance, more clarity? The lesson here is simple but powerful. Your surroundings matter, your intentions matter, and even the smallest action like placing 3 coins at your door can become a seed that grows into lasting blessings. When we treat our everyday spaces with reverence, we begin to see that true prosperity is not about waiting for luck, it's about creating the conditions where luck naturally blossoms. 2. The work desk. Imagine this. Every day, you sit down at your desk maybe with a coffee, a to-do list, or a blinking cursor waiting for your next move. But have you ever paused to think about what your desk really represents? It's not just a place to get work done, it's the stage where your future quietly unfolds. Every decision, every moment of focus, every burst of creativity that happens here contributes directly to the shape of your financial life and your career journey. In fact, in many traditional beliefs, especially those rooted in Fune, the ancient practice of harmonizing energy within your space, the desk, is seen as the true starting point of wealth. While a safe might store money, your desk is where abundance begins. It's where ideas are born, goals are set, and intentions turn into action. So let me ask you, what kind of energy are you inviting to your workspace? Now, here's a practice that might seem small, even simple, but carries a deep energetic weight. Placing 3 Fune coins on the left side of your desk, the side associated with the green dragon. From your seated position, this left side represents more than just direction. It symbolizes vitality, progress, wisdom, and a steady rise in all areas of life. It's a spot traditionally associated with growth, so when you place coins here, you're not just setting them down randomly. You're aligning with a powerful current of clarity, smooth workflow, improved communication, and even the arrival of supportive people into your orbit. These are subtle forces, but over time, they shift your day-to-day experience in powerful ways. But here's something even more interesting. These coins don't need to be flashy or visible. In fact, the practice often works best when it's quiet, hidden beneath a flower vase, tucked under a mousepad, or gently slipped beneath a stack of papers. This act of quiet placement speaks volumes. It carries a wisdom that resonates deeply with Buddhist philosophy. True wealth doesn't need to shout. Just like a person who works steadily and sincerely without seeking praise, concealed energy builds strong foundations. When you hide those coins with intention, it becomes less about superstition and more about cultivating an inner mindset of peace and abundance zone that doesn't need to prove itself, yet continues to grow. So here's where I invite you to reflect: what message are you sending to yourself when you place those coins? It's not just about attracting money, it's about setting the tone for how you walk through your work life. Are you working from a place of calm confidence or from restlessness and comparison? From a Buddhist perspective, our daily work is not just a means to an end, but a profound spiritual practice. Each task is an opportunity to sharpen mindfulness, develop patience, and offer our best energy to the world, regardless of outcome. So the small act of placing a coin becomes a kind of personal vow that you'll build your success not through shortcuts or desperation, but through wisdom, presence, and quiet strength. Let's take a moment. Can you feel how this shifts the way you look at your desk? It's no longer just a surface to work. On it becomes a sacred space, infused with meaning and potential. That little coin, resting quietly in its place, is like a reminder that true abundance begins within. When your mind is clear, your heart is calm, and your focus is steady, the outer world begins to reflect that inner balance. And isn't that the kind of luck worth cultivating? So next time you sit down to work, take a breath, look around your space, and ask yourself, what kind of energy do I want to create here today? If you've made it this far, you're already one step closer to unlocking the power of wealth and good fortune. Comment below with lucky coin to affirm your readiness to invite abundance into your life. Don't miss a second. There's still so much more to uncover in this video. Stay with us until the end to learn how a simple coin could spark incredible financial blessings for you. 3. Your safe or money storage. When we think of our home as more than just a place to live, as a space that holds energy, memories, and intentions, we begin to realize how certain areas within it take on symbolic meaning. One such powerful space is your safe, or wherever you store your money. If your front door represents the entry point for energy, then your safe is like the heart of that energy where financial blessings are held, nurtured, and multiplied. But this isn't just about paper bills or coins. It's about the deeper essence of abundance. It reflects your trust in yourself to create value, your relationship with prosperity, and your belief in your ability to protect what you've worked so hard for. In many Eastern traditions, particularly in Funa, which draws on the subtle energies of space and intention, this area needs care. Just as a dedicated practitioner tends to their inner world each day through mindfulness and ethical living, so too must you tend to the symbolic home of your wealth. To begin aligning this space with positive financial energy, use the numbers 3 or 6, both powerful in traditional symbolism. The number 3 is steady, like a tripod, grounding you in security, while 6 flows smoothly, suggesting harmony in finances. Trust your inner sense and place either 3 or 6 coins in a quiet, undisturbed corner of your safe. These aren't just coins, they are silent affirmations, anchors of energy. As you set them down, gently hold a thought of gratitude. I receive and protect wealth with full awareness. This small act blends the physical and the spiritual, reminding you that prosperity flows most easily when accompanied by a heart that is thankful and a mind that is calm. For added protection and symbolic strength, you can introduce a guardian creature from Eastern wisdom traditions, such as a pixiu or a 3-legged money toad. These figures are rich in meaning and are not just decorations, they are energetic placeholders of intention. A pixiu, for instance, is known for having a mouth that gathers wealth but no anus to release it, symbolizing the idea of financial retention and responsible accumulation. The money toad, balancing on 3 legs and holding a coin in its mouth, is seen as a magnet for wealth, drawing fortune from all directions. But positioning matters always face them inward, toward the contents of the safe, as a gesture of preservation. This simple detail echoes a profound truth. Wealth is something to be respected and cultivated, not flaunted or allowed to drift away carelessly. And every time you open that safe and see this guardian, let it whisper a gentle reminder not of superstition, but of wisdom. Let it remind you to be thoughtful in how you earn, save, and spend. As Buddhist teachings often remind us, external locks can guard possessions, but true protection comes from within. A mind that's free from greed and agitation is the greatest vault of all. When we act with mindfulness and gratitude, we transform the way we engage with money. It's not something to chase in fear or hoard in anxiety, but something we honor as a reflection of our good actions and wise decisions. In modern life, where financial stress can so easily dominate our thoughts, rituals like this offer a counterbalance. They remind us that money isn't just about transactions, it's about the energy we bring to our work, the intentions we carry into our spending, and the respect we offer to what we've received. And often, those who take this approach report feeling a shift, not necessarily a sudden windfall, but a more peaceful relationship with wealth. They stop feeling desperate for more, and paradoxically, that peace attracts greater abundance. Because the real secret isn't in the coin, it's in the mindset. True prosperity doesn't respond to fear. It flows where there is clarity, calm, and conscious appreciation. So place your coin not just in the safe, but in your heart. Lock it in with intention, and let that intention quietly open the door to a more stable, peaceful, and abundant life. 4. The southeast corner of your home. Let's take a moment to talk about a space in your home that often goes unnoticed, but carries a deep and ancient energy, the southeast corner. In the traditional wisdom of Feng Shui, especially within the Eight Mansions school. This direction is believed to hold the essence of wealth and prosperity. Why? Because the southeast blends two powerful elements, wood and wind. Think of these not just as physical ideas, but as energetic symbols. Wood stands for growth and flexibility, and wind represents movement and spreading influence. Together, they create a flow of abundance, much like new green shoots dancing in a soft spring breeze. So, when you bring attention to this area of your home, you're aligning yourself with nature's own way of flourishing, gently, patiently, and with vitality. Placing a special coin in the southeast corner isn't just an old ritual, it's a symbolic act of opening the door to prosperity. The coin, particularly one that has passed through many hands or holds sentimental value, carries with it the story of exchange, of flow, of fortune moving from one space to another. When you combine this with the wood-wind energy, it becomes a kind of energetic invitation for wealth to enter and settle in your life subtly but steadily, like a hidden stream nourishing thirsty roots. Now ask yourself, what could you place there to support that energy? Many have found power in surrounding the coin with living symbols of abundance, a lucky bamboo, a money tree, or a small jade figure that stands for blessings and vitality. These aren't decorations, they're reminders. Each time you water your plant or dust off your coin, you're tending to more than an object. You're nurturing your own intention. You're saying to the universe, I'm ready, I'm steady, and I'm grateful. This small act can become part of your morning rhythm. You might not even realize it at first, but these moments anchor you in awareness. They pull you out of anxiety and back into presence. When we live in that space where we're not clinging to outcome, but cultivating the conditions, we become magnets for the very blessings we thought we had to chase. A beautiful Buddhist insight says, the things you take care of you. So what if your home became your first teacher of that truth? People who have activated their southeast corner this way often speak of surprising changes, not just in money, but in how they feel about money. They notice opportunities arising, chance meetings that lead to new possibilities, or simply a release from the stress that used to cloud their thoughts about finances. Why is that? Because when the energy in your environment is balanced, your heart softens, your mind clears, and in that openness, blessings have space to land. What's holding you back from beginning this small but meaningful shift in your space? What could happen if you chose to treat your home not just as shelter, but as sacred ground for your dreams? So here's your invitation. Walk to the southeast corner of your home. Clean it gently, not just to remove dust, but to clear old energy. Lay down 3 coins, carefully and with purpose. Add a plant or symbol that speaks to life and growth, and then, day by day, return to that corner. Look at it like you would a seed you've planted, not tugging at it to grow faster, but simply trusting the process. Speak words of thanks, feel the gratitude in your chest, and carry that energy with you into your day. You are not asking for a miracle. You are preparing to receive what's already coming your way. Let this practice remind you, abundance isn't something you chase, it's something you align with. And like everything meaningful in life, it begins with presence, care, and consistency. The lesson here is simple. When you nurture the space around you with intention and gratitude, you also nourish your spirit. And when your spirit is aligned, wealth flows not just into your wallet, but into your heart, your relationships, and your sense of peace. 5. Under the car, seat, or mattress. You step into your car not just to drive, but to enter a sacred space, a place that moves with your energy, your thoughts, your mood, and even your hopes for the future. Today, we're diving into a simple yet powerful practice: placing a coin in your car, either under the driver's seat or tucked somewhere meaningful, to invite luck, protection, and calm energy into your life. Now, You might be wondering, can something as small as a coin really make a difference? Let's explore that together. See, your car is more than just a vehicle. It's a moving extension of your personal space. It's where your day often begins, where you transition between places, where thoughts unfold in silence, and where emotions rise and fall without anyone watching. In many cultures, especially in practices influenced by ancient Eastern wisdom, this moving space is considered energetically alive. It holds your momentum, your direction, and your intentions. So when you place a coin, particularly one imbued with symbolic meaning like an ancient feng shui coin, in a spot such as beneath the driver's seat, you're doing more than just hiding loose change. You're anchoring your energy. The driver's seat represents power, decision-making, and stability. It's where you literally take the wheel of your life. By placing a coin there, you are symbolically grounding yourself in your path. You're planting a quiet intention that says, "Let my journey be safe. Let my direction be clear. Let me move with purpose." Now let's add another layer to this ritual. Think about hanging 3 traditional Chinese coins tied together with a red string from your rearview mirror. Why 3? In many spiritual traditions, the number 3 represents a sacred balance: heaven, earth, and humanity. When you hang these coins, you're aligning your journey with cosmic harmony, drawing on forces greater than yourself to help guide you safely. And that red string, it's not random. Red has long been a symbol of protection, energy, and good fortune. Every time sunlight hits those coins and they glint in your mirror, they're not just catching the light, they're catching your attention. They're inviting you to be mindful, to be calm, and to drive not just with your hands, but with your heart. Can you recall a time when a simple reminder helped you stay grounded, even when things felt chaotic? To deepen this sense of spiritual protection, many people like to add other meaningful items, maybe a small amulet of the laughing Buddha to bring joy, or guanyin to offer compassion and mercy. Some carry a stone or bead bracelet, maybe made from sandalwood or obsidian, each chosen not for fashion, but for the energy it carries. These little touches turn your car into something more than a metal box on wheels. It becomes a sanctuary on the move, a space that feels safe, settled, and somehow more you. And here's the most beautiful part. The coin itself doesn't hold magical powers. What it does is activate your awareness. It turns your daily drive into a conscious ritual. Each time you reach for the wheel, that coin is a gentle reminder that you're not just going from point A to point B, or participating in the unfolding story of your life. So, let me ask you, what kind of energy do you want to carry with you on your journey? What intention are you placing under your seat today? In the teachings of Buddhism, nothing is random. Every route you take, every red light you hit, every person who crosses your path, it's all woven into the greater pattern of your life. And while we can't control the road, we can shape the mindset with which we travel. By placing a coin with intention, you plant a small but mighty seed. A seed that grows into mindfulness, clarity, and peace, not just for your travels, but for everything your journey touches. So next time you sit in your car, take a deep breath. Feel the seat beneath you, the wheel in your hands, and the coin quietly doing its work. And ask yourself, where is my heart steering me today? 6. Your wallet. When we think of a wallet, most of us picture a practical item we use every day to carry our cash, cards, maybe some receipts, something small and utilitarian, often overlooked. But if we shift our perspective slightly, seeing our wallet not as a simple pouch but as a symbolic home for our financial life, something powerful begins to happen. In many spiritual traditions, including those influenced by Eastern philosophies such as feng shui and mindful living, the wallet is considered a personal shrine of wealth, a reflection of how we relate to money, how we value our resources, and ultimately, how we value ourselves. This isn't superstition or shallow belief. It's a way to bring awareness into a part of life that often runs on autopilot. In fact, many wise people say you can understand a person's financial mindset just by observing how they treat their wallet, whether it's cluttered and neglected or clean and respectfully maintained. Placing a Fune coin, symbolizing fortune and flow into your wallet, is not about magical thinking or superstition. It's about anchoring a conscious choice into your everyday life. This coin becomes a quiet but meaningful reminder of your commitment to financial awareness. You're not blindly chasing wealth, nor are you pushing it away in frustration or fear. You're meeting it halfway with gratitude and care. When you place an old coin tied with a red string, or perhaps 3 small coins placed carefully in a hidden pocket of your wallet, you're doing more than following a tradition, you're setting a tone. That red string isn't just a color or a thread. It's a symbol deeply rooted in spiritual practice, a sign of connection, continuity, and long-term stability. In a noisy world filled with financial stress and uncertainty, this small act becomes a silent declaration. I choose to engage with my finances consciously, and I am ready to welcome abundance with wisdom. But to truly cultivate that energy, how you store this coin matters. Never place your Fune coin beside overdue bills, debt notices, or receipts that remind you of loss or lack. Energy is subtle, and everything in your wallet carries some of it. Think of it like this: if you place something delicate and beautiful, like a fresh flower, in a pile of garbage, it won't stay fragrant for long. Its energy is dampened, even reversed. Similarly, your wallet should not become a container of chaos or anxiety. Instead, let it be a sanctuary of respect. Keep the space clean, perhaps with a few neatly folded bills, a photo of someone you love, or even a small handwritten note expressing thanks to the universe for what you already have. In this way, your wallet becomes more than storage. It becomes a sacred space of intention. Every time you open it, it's no longer just about transactions. It becomes a moment of mindfulness. You pause, you check in. You spend with more thought, not out of impulse or emotion, but with clarity. This simple Actone coin placed with care can lead to real change. People who've adopted this small ritual often find they stop spending to fill emotional voids. Instead, they redirect their money toward what truly nurtures them: better food, education, gifts for those they care about, or saving for a dream that once felt too far away. They begin to see money not as a source of stress, but as a wise ally, something to be managed with compassion and clarity. Buddhism never asks us to abandon material life or see money as bad. What it teaches is right relationship, right view, and right action. Money, like anything else, is neutral. It's what we do with it that shapes its meaning in our lives. A Fune coin in your wallet becomes a living symbol of this teaching. It reminds you that while wealth may come and go, the way you hold it mentally and spiritually can remain grounded, balanced, and generous. In a world constantly urging us to consume more, this small ritual becomes a powerful act of resistance and realignment. You are not just earning, you are learning how to live wisely with what you have. So if you're feeling financially stuck or uncertain, start with your wallet. Not because it's magic, but because it's where you already meet money every day. Place that coin gently. Keep the space clean. And with each step forward, remind yourself, wealth begins not in your bank, but in your mindset. Right now, you're holding the key to unlocking more fortune than you ever imagined. Comment, "Fortune awaits," to claim this powerful energy and keep yourself open to the flow of abundance. Stay with us until the end. You won't want to miss the final insights that could change your life forever. Number 3. Choosing, caring for, and using your Fune coin. By now, you've probably started to feel the subtle yet powerful energy held within a Fune coin. It's far more than just a decorative item. This coin carries a distinct energetic signature that can influence your life in meaningful ways. But here's the key: how you select it, where you place it, and how you care for it all play a direct role in the results you'll experience. That's why it's crucial to follow a few essential guidelines, because using it the wrong way, even with good intentions, can actually block the flow of energy and bring about the opposite effect. 1. Quality and origin. When it comes to choosing your Fune coin, the coin you'll be using as a symbol of prosperity, energy flow, and intention, it's important not to rush the process or settle for what's most convenient. One of the most common missteps people make is picking a shiny, modern coin just because it's easy to find. While these coins may look appealing on the surface, their energy is still raw, untouched by the natural rhythms of human use. Mass-produced and untouched by real-life circulation, they often lack the living energy that gives a Fune coin its deeper resonance. A true Fune coin should carry the imprint of life. It should have been exchanged, held, perhaps even forgotten and rediscovered. This circulation allows it to absorb the movement of wealth and intention, giving it a kind of spiritual breath that connects with your own energy and intentions. That's why antique coins or traditional Fune coins, particularly those with the classic round shape and square hole in the center, are ideal. This design isn't just for aesthetics, it carries the ancient wisdom of round heaven, square earth, a balance between the spiritual and the physical, between the unseen forces of the universe and our tangible human actions. In modern life, where we often move quickly and prioritize convenience, this simple act of choosing a coin with care becomes a practice in mindfulness and alignment. It reminds us that what we choose to carry, whether it's a coin, a belief, or an attitude, shapes the energy we attract. So take your time, let the coin come to you, or seek it out with intention. Just as we would prefer a friend who has lived, experienced, and grown wise through life's journey, your Fune coin should also carry that quiet strength. In doing so, it becomes more than a charm, it becomes a quiet companion in your journey toward peace and abundance. 2. Cleansing and activation. Let's talk about something essential when it comes to your Fune coin, the part many overlook, but that makes all the difference. Cleansing and activation. You've taken the time to choose the right coin, one that speaks to you, feels right in your hands, maybe even calls to something deeper inside you. But before you bring it into your daily life, before it becomes part of your practice or your journey, there's one important step. You must cleanse it and activate it. Why? Because every object, even one as small as a coin, holds the energy of where it has been, what it has witnessed, and who has handled it. Think about that for a moment. What kind of stories might this coin carry? Could it be holding onto the heavy emotions of someone else, or the weight of conflicts and stagnant energy from times long past? The Fune masters understood this well. They teach us that before a coin can truly serve its purpose for you, it needs to be purified, returned to a neutral state, free of attachments. One simple yet powerful way to do this is by washing your coin gently in diluted salt water, letting the salt, a natural purifier, draw out any lingering negativity. Or you might place the coin under the soft rays of the morning sun, allowing it to soak in the pure, vibrant yang energy that flows freely in the early hours of the day. Have you ever felt the freshness of the morning sun on your skin, the sense of renewal it brings? That's the same energy your coin absorbs, cleansing itself and preparing to align with your intention. These aren't just rituals, they're acts of respect and mindfulness. They remind us that what we bring into our lives, especially objects meant to guide or support us, deserve to start from a place of balance and purity. So, ask yourself, are you ready to make space for new energy, to let go of what no longer serves you? By cleansing and activating your Funa coin, you're not just preparing an object, you're preparing yourself, setting the stage for your journey ahead. And the lesson here, just like your coin, we too carry the weight of our past experiences. But with care, with mindfulness, we can return to our own neutral, state-ready, open, and aligned for the path we choose to walk. 3. Never lend or give away. Let's take a moment to talk about something that often goes unnoticed when it comes to your Funa coin, the importance of never lending it out or giving it away. Now, you might be thinking, well, it's just a coin, right? But is it really just a coin? The truth is, your Funa coin isn't just a physical object. It's a symbol of energy, a carrier of your personal connection to the flow of life around you. The moment you start using your coin, whether you tuck it into your wallet, place it beside your bed, keep it in your car, or near the doorway of your home, it begins to absorb and reflect your unique energy. Think of it like leaving your fingerprint on something, but instead of just a mark on the surface, it's an imprint on a deeper, more subtle level. This coin becomes a part of you, a small but powerful extension of your energetic field. So, when you give that coin to someone else, even with the best intentions, you're not just passing along a simple object, you're severing that energetic link. Have you ever felt strangely off balance or unsettled without understanding why? Sometimes, it's these small energetic shifts that ripple into our emotional and mental well-being. When someone else takes on your coin, they're also taking on your energetic imprint. And if their energy isn't in harmony with ITIF, they aren't ready to carry that weight. It can affect them in ways they might not even realize. And for you, that sense of imbalance could quietly linger, leaving you wondering what changed. So, let me ask you, how can you honor your connection to your Funa coin in a way that protects both you and those around you? Maybe it's by treating it as something sacred, as a companion on your journey, not just an object to be exchanged. By keeping it close, allowing it to stay attuned to your energy alone, you nurture that bond and maintain the flow of balance and harmony in your life. If you are still here, you're already tapping into the ancient secret of attracting wealth and luck just by watching this. Type "abundant future" in the comments to lock in your intention to welcome prosperity. Keep watching. What comes next might be the turning point that transforms your financial journey. 4. Avoid greed and overuse. And so, we come to a gentle but deeply important truth: resist the urge to let greed take hold, especially when working with your Funa coin. It's not uncommon for someone, after experiencing a touch of good fortune, to quickly scatter coins everywhere, tucking them into wallets, safes, under pillows, on desks, in cars, then adding bracelets, pendants, wealth towers, and every charm they can find, hoping to amplify that luck. But here's where we pause and reflect. Just like tending a garden, balance is essential. Too many plants crowded into one space will compete for light and air, and instead of flourishing, they wither. Energy moves in much the same way. More objects, more symbols, more charms do not always mean more blessings. In fact, overwhelming your space with too much can block the very flow you're trying to invite. The real magic happens when we place the right object in the right place, at the right time, guided by a clear and sincere intention. This is the quiet art of harmony. And let's not forget, the coin itself is just a symbol, a gentle reminder of possibilities, not the source of them. True wealth, the kind that nurtures both your heart and your home, comes from the way you live day to day. It blossoms from mindfulness, from honoring the blessings already present, and from walking in integrity with life's rhythms. When you choose kindness, when you treat every dollar as a gift and handle your finances with gratitude and care, you align yourself with the natural flow of abundance. In this way, you don't need to chase fortune. I will find its way to you, settle beside you quietly, and grow with you, much like a well-tended garden. So, as you care for your Funa coin, let it be a symbol of balance and trust in life's timing. In doing so, you plant seeds not just for material gain, but for lasting peace and contentment. 5. Mindset is key. Let's talk about something that often gets overlooked when we think about prosperity or making positive changes in our lives: the power of mindset. No matter how carefully you choose your Funa coin, no matter how precisely you place it according to every teaching you've heard, the real magic only begins when your inner state is aligned with your intention. You could follow every step perfectly, but if you're doing it half-heartedly or simply copying what others do without belief, the effect will feel hollow. On the other hand, someone with genuine trust, a clear heart, and a sense of gratitude could place just one simple coin in a quiet corner of their home and experience shifts that ripple through their entire life. The energy we carry is what opens doors the coin can knock, but your mindset turns the handle. So, when you hold a Funa coin, even if just for a moment, let it be a pause in your day where your heart softens and your mind becomes still. It's not about scripting out the perfect wish or attaching a dollar amount. It's about planting a seed of sincere intention. Maybe it's as simple as saying to yourself, "I welcome abundance. I choose kindness. I accept prosperity with an open heart." There's strength in quiet conviction. You don't need to broadcast your belief. It speaks in how you move, how you show up, and how you allow that energy to touch everything around you. This is why some people seem to light up a room, why their words carry weight, and why opportunities flow toward them. They've harmonized their thoughts, their emotions, and their actions into one coherent energy. It's the kind of alignment Buddha spoke of when he taught that everything begins in the mind. Every outcome, every situation, even the objects we hold. So, as you work with your Funa coin, remember it's not just about the physical act. If you approach it with skepticism or a guarded heart, that energy will reflect right back at you. But if you meet it with trust, openness, and gratitude, you invite that same energy to flow into your life. Let your coin become more than décollé. It serves as your daily reminder, a gentle cue to return to that mindset of abundance. Every time you see it, take a breath and remind yourself, "I am supported. I am living in abundance. I am open to receiving good things." It only takes a few seconds, but over time that small practice builds a field of energy around you, stronger than any material object. Many people have shared that after placing their coin somewhere they see often, like their desk, they didn't just notice smoother workdays, they felt calmer, clearer, more in control of their reactions. And it's in that calm space that good things finally find room to settle. You don't need to chase after miracles or wait for some perfect moment to arrive. The real miracle is in how you engage with what's in front of you, even the smallest symbol. When you bring care, belief, and kindness to your daily actions and your surroundings, abundance begins to take root from within. We don't always need grand gestures to shift our destiny. Often, it's the quiet, deliberate steps that hold the most power. A small rearrangement of your space, placing a simple item with heartfelt intention, that's enough to begin a new cycle of ease, opportunity, and deeper connection. But always remember, lasting transformation happens when the changes outside reflect the changes inside. Your attitude, your mindset, these are what turn an ordinary object into a key that unlocks long-term wealth and peace. And you don't need to wait for the stars to align to start. This moment, right now, is enough. The action you take today creates the flow of blessings that carries you forward. And there you have iTone's simple coin, placed with intention, can become the seed of transformation in your life. But remember, the true power lies not in the coin itself, but in the mindset and heart you bring to the practice. When we live with awareness and gratitude, abundance flows naturally, touching every part of our lives. If this video has inspired you, I invite you to like, share, and subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on the insights and practices we share to help you cultivate peace, balance, and prosperity. Thank you for being here, and until next time, may your journey be filled with wisdom and abundance.